Lesson 8.2, Part C. Now here we have an equation that we've done before. If you remember, we solved it for x, and that equation ended up being x equals 1/4 y plus 1 squared plus 3. Now notice it's x equals, so that means we're not going to use this one where it's y equals. So I'm going to get rid of that one. We're going to use this one. Be careful, so watch carefully as we do this. All right, again, what do we know? Well, the vertex, you have to be careful here. They say it's HK, but this is H. So it's exactly as is, 3. And here's K. It's the opposite of what they have. And that is -1. That's the vertex, 3, -1. This one will be a little bit easier to graph. It's a little bit bigger. All right, well, axis of symmetry. Well, before it was x equals, now it's y equals. Y equals k. So the opposite of what's in here, right here, -1. 1/4 is positive, so it opens to the right. Okay, so here's our new line of symmetry. That's the basics that we would have done. Of course, it's solved for x now, but it's still the basics. What's the rest? Well, let's try LR. LR is 1/a, so 1/1/4. And that will give us 1/1/4 is 4. Okay, so it's longer, much longer than the other one. Okay, let's find the focus. Focus is H plus. Okay, well, H is the 3 plus 1/4a. Well, what is that? 1/4a. A is 1/4. They're being multiplied, so they're reciprocals. You get 1. So we get 3 plus 1. And k, which is in the parentheses, opposite to -1. So 4, -1. It opens to the right, and that makes sense. The focus should be to the right of the vertex then, because it's inside the parabola. The directrix is now x equals instead of y equals. H minus, so 3 minus 1/4a, which is 1 again. So x equals 2. All right. Now again, a quick observation. The distance from the focus to the vertex should be the same as the distance from the vertex to the directrix, and that does work. Okay? So now we have that LR, which is 4, goes through the focus. It's 4 units long, so 2 units on each side. And then that is our parabola. So it opens to the right. I'm going to do one more example here. It's not in your notes, but it's good to practice. We have to graph or come up with the equation of this line. First thing we have to do is decide is it going to open right or left. So if I graph this, I have a directrix, which is y equals 4. I have a focus, which is 3, 8. So up here, let's see. Now remember, the vertex is in between a focus and a directrix. It's actually exactly in between. The length of this line to the directrix is 1, 2, 3, 4 units long. So the focus would be right in the middle. Excuse me, the vertex would be right in the middle. So the vertex has a coordinate of 3 and 4, 5, 6. Alright, now that helps us because that tells us, first of all, we know that it's going to open upward, which means it's going to be this form. That's vertex form. So I can have y equals a x, and our vertex is normal here, so we go minus 3, opposite of what that is, squared, plus 6. So we have everything we need except for a. How do we find a? We have a couple of things. We have the focus involves an a, so we can solve for that. And so is the directrix. Now the directrix is y equals 4. So if I do y equals k minus 1 over 4a, right? I know that y is 4. I know that k is right here, so 6. I can solve this for a. If I subtract 6 from both sides, I get negative 2 equals negative 1 over 4a. I'll put this over 1. I'll make this a negative 1. I can cross multiply. If I cross multiply, I get 1 times negative 1, so negative 1 equals negative 8a divided by negative 8, and a is 1/8. So my final answer will be y equals 1/8 x minus 3 squared plus 6. So you're going to have to decide from the information they give you, am I going to have y equals or x equals? And from there, I can put in information as I have it. If they give me a focus, I can put that in. Vertex, I can put, well, focus, I want to graph it and find the vertex. If they give me the vertex, that's great. I can put that into the equation right away. But it's a little bit of a puzzle in helping us understand whether or not we know how the focus, vertex, directrix, LR, all those things work together. This ends lesson 8.2, part C.